They're expected to propose an alternative budget blueprint next week. Congressman Paul Ryan is leading that charge. He is the ranking Republican on the House Budget Committee. Congressman, how divisive is this spending issue, that these numbers get bigger? Sometimes I think, Congressman, that we're so used to shock and awe that we're not shocked and awed now with these numbers.
This is budget shock and awe, that's for sure, Neil. Look, the president is proposing to increase our national debt by more than all 43 prior presidents combined. So this is real shock and awe. The CBO is telling us he's proposing $9.2 trillion of higher deficits. He's going to double the national debt within 5.5 years and triple the national debt in just over 10 years with this budget. And you mentioned the Great Society earlier. The problem is all of those programs themselves are going into bankruptcy. So we're flying into a cliff of entitlement explosion where we have a $56 trillion unfunded liability because of our entitlement programs. Instead of fixing that, the president's creating new entitlements, putting more borrowing, and these programs go insolvent during this budget that the president's proposing. It takes fiscal recklessness to a whole new level, and even some conservative Democrats are blushing at this.
All right, but, you know, and I know you tried to stop this in some of your key votes, Congressman, but Republicans are hardly the ones to preach on fiscal austerity. You know that, Rob. So,
I will accept that. We were
all right, so
amateur big spenders.
Is the
we got the professional big spenders now.
I know, but is the Republican approach sort of like recovering alcoholics to say,
yes,
look, we're spendaholics, don't go down the route that we did, and we know of what we speak, that this can be a mission to nowhere? What's going to be the Republican focus?
Something like that. Number one, we don't want to repeat the mistakes our party made in the past. Number two, we are going to give the American people a very different vision for which way we want to take this country and its fiscal future. We're not going to go to the American people with the largest tax increase in American history. We're not going to go to the American people with the biggest gusher of new spending in American history and the biggest debt increase in American history. We're going to go to the American people with a plan to get us out of debt, with a plan to control spending, and with a plan to keep taxes low so we can keep the economy growing. We're not going to go to the American people with a plan to massively increase the size of government. We're going to go with a plan to limit government.
All right, Congressman, thank you very, very much.
You bet.
A rising star in the Republican Party, Congressman Paul Ryan. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Well, is the president smacking down Wall Street to save it or conquer it?